Everyone's obsessed with ChatGPT and Claude and all these cloud AI tools. But here's what nobody's talking about. Sometimes running AI on your own computer is actually faster, cheaper, and way more private. And I'm not talking about some janky future tech. This is happening right now. So today I'm breaking down when local AI actually destroys cloud AI and when the cloud still wins. Because the answer is way more interesting than you think. Let me start with the obvious question. What's the difference? Cloud AI is what you've probably been using. You type something into ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. It travels to a server somewhere, gets processed by a massive model, and comes back to you. It's convenient, powerful, and it requires zero setup. Local AI is the opposite. You download a model, maybe it's Llama, Mistral, or one of dozens of others, and it runs directly on your machine. Your laptop, your desktop, your phone, whatever. No internet required. No companies seeing your data. No waiting for a server to respond. Now, the first thing people assume is that cloud AI is obviously better because it has more computing power. And yeah, technically true. OpenAI servers are insanely powerful. But that's not actually how the decision works in real life. Here's why. Speed. This is where local AI flexes. When you use ChatGPT, your prompt has to travel to OpenAI's data center, get queued up with thousands of other requests, get processed, and travel back. Even with a fast internet connection, that's latency. It adds up. With local AI, there's no network trip. You hit enter, it processes on your machine, you get the answer. We're talking milliseconds difference sometimes, but for certain tasks, coding assistance, real-time writing, quick research, that feels genuinely snappier. I've tested this myself. Running Llama 2 locally on my GPU feels noticeably faster than waiting for ChatGPT's API, even though ChatGPT's model is more powerful. But here's the catch. Local AI models are usually smaller. They're optimized to run on consumer hardware. That means they're not as capable as the big cloud models. ChatGPT 4 is a beast. Llama 2, which most people run locally, is more like a really smart high school student compared to ChatGPT's college professor. For complex reasoning, nuanced writing, or specialized knowledge, cloud AI usually wins. The trade-off is real. Cost. This one surprises people. If you're a heavy user, local AI can be dramatically cheaper. Let's do the math. A subscription to ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month. If you're using it heavily, dozens of queries a day, you're paying for unlimited access. But API pricing? OpenAI charges roughly 3 cents per 1,000 tokens for GPT 3.5. That adds up fast if you're running automation or bulk processing. With local AI, once you download the model, it's free. Your only cost is electricity and maybe a GPU if you want faster inference. For someone running AI tasks constantly, that's a no-brainer. But again, catch, you need the hardware. Running Llama on a 5-year-old laptop? It's slow, really slow. You might want a GPU, an NVIDIA card, ideally. That's an upfront cost. So local AI is cheap if you already have decent hardware, expensive if you need to buy it. Privacy. This is huge, and it's why local AI is exploding right now. When you use ChatGPT, your data goes to OpenAI. They say they don't train on your prompts anymore if you have a paid account, but your data still passes through their servers. That's a risk if you're working with confidential information, code, medical stuff, legal documents, anything sensitive. With local AI, nothing leaves your machine. Your data stays on your computer. For enterprises, for lawyers, for anyone handling sensitive information, this is game-changing. There's a reason companies are quietly building local AI infrastructure right now instead of relying on ChatGPT. Now, let me tell you when cloud AI still absolutely wins. First, capability. If you need state-of-the-art reasoning, the latest knowledge, or specialized expertise, cloud models are still ahead. GPT-4 can do things Llama can't. Period. Second, accessibility. You don't need to know anything about machine learning to use ChatGPT. You just type. With local AI, you need to download the model, set up the software, figure out your hardware. It's getting easier. Tools like Llama have made this way simpler, but it's still a friction point. Third, updates and fine-tuning. OpenAI constantly improves their models. You get the latest version automatically. With local models, you're running what you downloaded. You have to manually update. So here's the real answer. Local AI is winning for privacy-conscious users, for people running repetitive tasks, for offline work, And for anyone who values speed over raw capability, Cloud AI is still the move if you need the absolute best reasoning, the latest features, or if you just want to plug and play. But here's what's actually happening right now that matters. The gap is closing. Local models are getting smarter every month. Mistral just released a model that rivals GPT 3.5 and runs on your laptop. 5 from Microsoft is tiny but shockingly capable. In a year or two, the local options might be good enough for most people's actual needs, even if they're not better at everything. That's the shift nobody's talking about. The real future probably isn't local or cloud. It's hybrid. You run local AI for speed and privacy on routine tasks, and you hit the cloud for the heavy lifting when you need it. That's what smart teams are already building. So if you want to actually keep up with AI without the hype and the buzzwords, subscribe. I break down one of these every few days, and next time I'm showing you how to actually run local AI on your machine without it taking forever.